time, Spirit is sending you new levels of divine consciousness so that you can decipher the world and reality in front of you, and so that you can make use of it. That you are not here just to be blown in the wind, scattered like seeds on this earth. That you are here to be the co-creator of these things. You are here to be a collaborator. That you and yourself are a sovereign individual. You are powerful divine light that is seeking to unfold. In order to unfold, the universe is telling you to curate very specific conditions in order for the flower within to blossom. There's been a divine power, passion, and lust, a hunger for life instilled inside of you that has set this burning gaze upon the future. And with this burning desire, you'll have everything that you need to accomplish your goal. If you've heard before, there's a will, there's a way, and now there's endless resource. The universe supplies infinite resource. When one resource runs out, there will be creative intelligence applied to the plastic fabric of reality that molds things into new uses. There will always be something else that propels you forward, that extends through you. Trust that the universe is ready to equip you with all things required to be able to achieve your goal and to become the person that you have visualized within. You are being called at this time to see yourself in your godlike form, to visualize this, to meditate upon it, to see yourself in your absolute strength, pose, and power, in a way and grandeur that rivals, that triumphs anything that you have accomplished now. And that as you put your faith in the darkness beyond the stars, you realize that you are expanding divine consciousness. For where light has not yet traveled is for where the world, for where knowledge has yet to been explored. For you have chosen to be here. You are on this spiritual journey in life to learn, to expand. Infinite nothingness has no grasp. It is through the give and take, the pain and the trial, that we find the abundance and joy in life. For those who have never suffered, find the blandness of life to be consistent. Everything tastes like sand. You have been chosen by Spirit because you are the diamond in the rough. You are the rare, you are the unique. You are the one who has chosen their own path, their own frequency, and their own way. The universe is looking to give you the proper tools at this time to be more than just a standout. Be more than just someone that other people feel is just against the grain. Because you're more than just against the grain. You are about to become what others see as the mainstream, because you have established that. You have set that precedent. You have set the things in living, breathing motion where all can see in that tapestry of life that dances around you. That it is evident through spirit, the chirping of the birds, and through all the things, all the microscopic things within life that are pointing to the evidence of your excellence at this time. Trust in the universe and trust in Spirit to help to empower you. You're under difficult circumstances. You're being called to operate within a limited frame of life. The universe wants you to be able to cultivate the discipline required to be able to work through all things. And so, therefore, it has instilled you with this burning desire. The burning desire in front of you will go above all blood, sweat, and tears, all fear that is stopping you from matching your mind to reality. The illusion of distance is the only thing that has stopped you from being able to accomplish this goal. The illusion of separation, the illusion of steps. There's no set of order of things that you need to go into the quest of your personal greatness. You are not here to validate for others your greatness. You are here to live it, to breathe it. For those will know it through the subtleties of the breath that follows around you, that there are great spirits amongst you, and you are here to establish power. You're not seeking the autobiography. You're not seeking the plaque. You're not looking for your name to be engraved in stone, because you know there's a spirit within you that goes along with the sign, the song of the eternal times. You're being guided by unique beings. You're finding that Spirit is reaching out to you in authentic yet unique ways. You're at a place in your life where you've just stopped trying to explain the spiritual process to people, that you trust what you're being guided by. You no longer need to cross-verify or validate. You have cultivated within yourself the resonation, that the database of resonation is now able to tune into the things and see precisely for what they are, for their energetic numeric value. Like a barcode, you are finding everything in life has that value that you're able to tap into and see it for what it is. What's its power level? It's now within your gaze. You're finding that divine truth has presented itself. Someone with tremendous levels of knowledge, certification, opportunities perhaps. You're advancing in some form of life where your knowledge is expanding, your opportunities are expanding. You're finding that others are very impressed with your ability to share, demonstrate, and present information. It's not just theoretics. It's not just ideas. It's not just concepts. It's results. It's the results that drop jaws. It's the results that get people's attention. And then all the things that orbit around it are just things that help bring that focus to the center. The universe is telling you at this time that there are perfect alignments for mental endeavors. If you're looking to study, if you're looking to learn, if you're looking to advance into new rooms that have new conversations, the universe is presenting this opportunity at this time. You are being given the chance to experience a new soul mission. You are following your heart's desire. You are traveling to a world of new spiritual beginning. And so within you has been ignited this new spark, this new hunger for life. This new journey and adventure that is brewing within you is beginning to blossom, and therefore the universe is starting to send those correspondences. Like thunder, you're going to find new opportunities strike into your life very suddenly, and they demand fast and rapid action. You're feeling quite decisive about who you are and what it is that you have set out to accomplish. Whereas others see the situation in front of you for quite grim. You are the true alchemist who can see opportunity and benefit in all things. Trust in your instincts at this time. Trust in your willingness to go with the flow. You see the journey, you see the dream, but you also see the sacrifices that are required in order to become that divine glory. You realize that there's been a gift bestowed upon you to believe in yourself, to have faith in yourself, where others are constantly under the gaze of judgment and bend to the waves of conformity. You are the exalted individual that is therefore, through their example, setting forth the precedent of the living and breathing divine consciousness. All can access this. It is though, however, required that it is demonstrated before anyone can understand. You can only imagine as far as you can see. You can only see as far as you're willing to build with. And you need so many things to pull out from. Many people are so misled by the immediate things within their circumstances. They're so drawn by the instantaneous impulses that have been crafted within the fabrics of society. Understand that the universe is helping to give you elevated taste, elevated instincts, helping you to understand the true essence of what is in front of you and how to move these building blocks. You're at a place in your life where you are truly motivated by love, and you're ready to embrace a new path so that you can move more towards it. You no longer want love, work, labor to be these separate things. You want all these things to come together cohesively. You want them to be able to come together in one spirit and in one message. The universe is telling you to trust in your sets of skills, trust in your instincts. Know that you feel within yourself the resonation of success, and so you need to follow where your heart is guiding you. The universe is embedded within you, your heart, the keys. You are now being guided through the arching trees, through the doorways of life. And where there's the doorway that only your echo, only your sound will unlock the doors in front of you. Know at this time the universe is guiding you towards a unique journey. It is looking to help instill in you the mental ability, the energetic capacity to be able to do the tremendous amount of work required to see the dreams come to fruition. I'm sensing that you have felt daunted in the past by the amount of work required, the level of study and dedication required to pick up the work. However, I'm sensing that there's something new within you that has this newfound courage, passion for life. It is almost as if difficult circumstances have set off the match and have set off the fire, and everything is now ablaze. You have found the spirit awoken within you. Divine consciousness is expanded through you and is moving into others. With all the things that you do through even just subtle gestures, they are felt because of the profound intelligence that is behind every simplistic thing within your life. You're going to find that there are new levels of knowledge that are coming your way. That your mind's eye is only getting sharper and is being handed new tools and is equipping the things that are going to make it much more versatile. You're going to find that there's a whole lot of abundance in your life as far as options, choices, indulgences. You're going to find that wealth is supplied in your life quite soon. No more, no less than what is required to make the next move. Spirit is looking for you to guide towards the innovative and creative path, the unique way of doing things. Spirit wants you to be able to step into the essence of who you truly are. It wants you to be confident and decisive. You're being called to be more introspective at this time, to get in touch with the soul fabric of who you really are. The universe is telling you to trust in where it is that you are being guided. Trust in where it is that you want to be able to go to see your levels of achievement. The universe is saying that the levels of strife in front of you are just tests. Are you willing to let your feet get burned across the coals of initiation? The portal is being stepped in front of you. You are being shown the very clear way forward. And now, as you're ready to embrace the frequency, the vibration, to transcend to this next level, the universe is going to test you to see if you're really ready. It is at this time you are being called to completely visualize wholeheartedly the world that you want to experience and feel in, all the things that you want to feel, and all the journeys that you want to take up on. The universe is supplying you with all the things required and is showing you all the different abundance of options and opportunities to move forward. You are not limited with choices. However, you must choose. You must be decisive within this life to be able to take on the next level, the next opportunity. I'm sensing that there have been difficult times within your life. However, you're ready to evolve to the next level. We're going to now check in with your psychic abilities and your psychic skills. Let's see how they are honing, and let's see how they are faring in your environments. What does your psyche need to hear? What does your psyche need to hear? You need to understand that a positive movement forward is what is required. Positive thinking and positive action. No longer can you just simply be moved by the wind or moved by the sway of negativity or just distractions. If there's no fruitfulness to the conversation. Hey, shout out to our friend who has purchased our first reading on Hypsy. God's be praised to all of you here. We're going to be rolling right on through. So thank you for tuning in. If you would like to get your cards read during this session, head on over to hypsy.com/seldomdreams or follow the instructions in the pinned post. All right, so we have a Hypsy 3-card read by someone who wants their name to be private. When will I meet my person? And do I already know them? Our friend on Hypsy wants to know about love and trust. When will I meet my person, and do I already know them? I do not think you already know them, and I'm sensing that this is what creates the doubt in your life, is you are currently, my friend, looking for somebody to try to put this label on, and there's nobody currently in your life who fits that label. And I'm sensing what Spirit is trying to do for you here is to break away from how you perceive it's going to happen versus how it's really going to happen. So God's be praised to you. I think it's going to be somebody new. And I think that the person who's going to be coming into your life is going to be somebody you find when you choose to take on a new opportunity. It's not going to be anyone you know in the old timelines of your life. Blessings to you, my friend, and I hope this has served you well. Up next, we have our friend Pico. We're going to do a reading for Pico. I'm going to do a 7-card reading. Thank you for your positivity and all of your great contributions on the channel. We'll do a 7-card reading. Pico, where you stand in your present situations, you have power. You stand in this place of strong power. You are noticed, you are felt, and you are brilliant. You are strong and you are secured. Your vaults are secured. But as above, however, there is sorrow. Power does not guarantee your happiness or your sense of fulfillment. There feels like there's something missing. Spirit is trying to help you work through a pain so that you can properly begin to immerse yourself on a journey, on a path. There is something that you believe in that you would love to set your mind towards. Now there seems to be a new opportunity that Spirit is trying to show you to take. This Ace of Discs is showing that a whole new world can be built for you if you allow it to be. So right now there's something that wants to come into fruition. In the shadow, I see the Knight of Wands, always feeling or thinking that there's just another opportunity that has your name on it. So Spirit wants to get you out of this mindset and thinking that there's just always going to be this other way. Spirit is trying to backtrack that way of thinking for you, but yet that impulsive energy is with you. That you believe that the inherent value of something is still there when it's not. There's something you think is a proper fallback, but isn't. So Spirit is trying to show you that right now it is time to look towards the future of things rather than trying to reform the past. in order to get the desired experiences that you are looking to have at this time. Blessings to you, my friend. Hope this has served you well. I'm going to draw or look at the bottom of the deck for you. I do see the Nine of Cups, happiness. Spirit is trying to shift you more towards happiness and more towards your personal joy. It doesn't want to see you being stuck and feeling so much in a slump. It wants to see you being more lively. It wants to see you feeling more exalted through your works. It wants to get you out of the situation of good enough and get you into a situation where you really feel and believe that life is more lively. Blessings to you, my friend. I hope this has served you well. Anyone who would like to get their cards read, feel free to head on over to hipsy.com/seldomdreams to get your cards read during this reading, during this live stream. You can also check out the pin post. Good to see everybody. Thank you for chilling out, rolling through. Going to do another blast from the past to help us enjoy some time. When there are vibrations that you are tired of and you are yearning for things that are different, you're looking for something that has a more meaningful resonance, it first starts with identifying what dictates our feeling, our living, our ability, and our energy beyond just the typical in and out of the human experience. You need to create a portal from one world that does not serve you to a new one. You do not find things by chasing them, by acquiring them, securing them, aligning things by chance and hoping it works for you. In order to step into paradise, you need to create the energies and frequencies for it. The energies and frequencies for paradise are always going to materially correspond, because there's nothing in this world that does not hold energetic frequency. And it is by the will of energetic frequency that all things in this world are moved. To be able to create that sliver in time and space, when you're removing the atmosphere that is fogging your clarity, you're removing the things that are making it hard to focus. The kitchen makes it hard to focus. The laundry room makes it hard to focus. The vehicle, the transportation, the shopping, the control, the regulation, the worry, the fear, the doubt. What holds none of that is resonation. Resonation comes from source. Many people are told as children that the sun is the power of the universe, and it is the plants, through photosynthesis, who take the highest quality of its energy. And so therefore, the truth of energy, the truth of all, beyond any distortion, is obvious. It is within nature. You're going to immediately recognize the moments that you start stepping and walking through nature are the moments that you begin to accumulate all power for yourself. The more and more power you forfeit to participating in a world that was designed to work against you, do not be surprised when it seems the odds and the chances all seem to deviate against you. Your ability to have an advantage over others is your ability to live and adapt to frequency, not by perceived desire. A shout out to our friend CW. Thank you for purchasing a reading over on Hipsy. You are appreciated. And you are up next. A bronze reading is coming through for you. I have met somebody in a retreat during February, and I want to know if it is a love connection. CW wants to know if the person they have met at a retreat is a love connection. We're going to do a 6-card pyramid to assess this connection. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Queen of Wands. I see authority and power. Right now, I'm seeing you in a place where power dynamics are going to be something that is extremely important with this love connection. There is going to be this need to recognize what is worth compromising for the connection. And that seems to be a big deal here. Both of you are very ambitious people. The energy in your mind is the Princess of Cups, fantasies and desire. That this person definitely feels like a dream. They really speak to you and they excite you. The energy within your heart, I see the Queen of Discs and I see the Knight of Swords. And I'm sensing this is really the issue with the connection. So I'm sensing both of you are very passionate individuals who are very invested in their own projects. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Discs, if they are working on the same thing, can mesh. But if they don't have the same ambitions in mind, it can be very difficult for both of these types of people to fit each other in their busy lives. Now, the actuality, what the connection is grounded in, is the sun and the Aeon. And then I see the Fool being ready to take that leap of faith, being ready to trust the connection, realizing that power needs to be forfeited. It is a big power issue. Who's in charge? Who is the thing orbiting around? If love is what you want, take a leap for it. And that's what the cards are saying. But I'm sensing a lot needs to be forfeited energetically in order for you to be able to obtain that. One oracle card for you says, trust the messages from the light, trust the emanations of the divine. Something is very clearly trying to shine through for you that is meant to be received, something that's going to put you in a very positive, uplifting position. Blessings to you, CW, and I hope this serves you well. This is a strong connection, but are you ready to choose the connection over certain goals? That seems to be the big part of it. Thank you for being grateful for the gifts. I don't usually do free readings, but Planet Brad's question really does entertain me. And I want to draw a card for it just because I'm curious. I want to know where this trailer is. It's caught my attention. I'm curious. Where is Brad's trailer? All right. Anybody, Brad, what I'm hearing, and Spirit has told me that you're going to understand this. But if there's somebody who you have a grudge with, or anybody who would have a reason to take your trailer because of their own issues, they do have your trailer. And yes, it is in Graham. Yeah, I'm sensing you're dealing with like a one-upper, like someone felt disrespected by you. So that then this person feels to get back at you, they just have to like take your trailer. This person will go to great lengths to not feel like they're the one who lost. And that is what you are dealing with. I hope you get your trailer back. Now up next is Brian. Thank you, Brian. How does my drummer friend Jeff currently feel about me after I talked to him earlier today? See the Hierophant, direct transmission, powerful knowledge. How does your drummer friend currently feel to you after talking to him? He feels enlightened. He feels connected. He feels like he is able to see things that he was not able to see before, Brian. And I'm seeing that they are ready to travel. They are ready to invest. This helped clear their mind. They realize that they do have a decision to make, that they want to move forward, but they feel like Spirit is kind of giving them permission to do so. So I'm sensing a strong intuition. This is someone who's been on the fence forever. And I'm sensing you kind of gave them the talk. You're like, look, serious is serious. Are you serious? And so they're kind of at this place where they are weighing it. And they're like, yeah, I want to commit to making this happen. So yeah, really cool stuff there. I'm sensing that they did feel really touched by the connection, by the talk. Blessings to Brian. I hope that serves you well. They're definitely moved, but I'm sensing they're struggling with making the decision. They know that they want to, but you know them. They're just scared. But however, you help them break ground. If you would like to get your cards read, follow the instructions. Not everybody has such a juicy question. And so, unfortunately, every once in a blue moon, somebody does get a free read. But it's because, hey, we all want to look over some rock sometimes. I want to know where the trailer is. Gods be praised, Dandelion's Dreams. You are up next. What is next in love for me? I see here this energy of codependency. Right now, the universe is trying to show you that there are things that you are drawn to. There are things that you gravitate to. There's something here that is telling me that if you were to go run back into love this second, you're going to energetically attract, same person basically reclothed in a different situation. And so Spirit is saying, be mindful of the things you seem to keep running back to. I see the Seven of Swords futility. I'm seeing exactly that. You're struggling with finding commitment because you're finding too much of the same, and you don't really want to be dealing with the same. And so I'm seeing you will be having a powerful spiritual epiphany, really about shifting what it is that you want. It's one thing to tell yourself you want something different, but it's another thing to really feel it and to actually be able to receive those downloads. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Five of Wands, strife. I'm sensing that there are themes in your life that just simply cannot continue, Dandelion, and things are going to tune out. Blessings to you, my friend, and I hope this has served you well. And God's be praised to everybody who's brought the positivity today. Back to our walk in the woods. You're going to immediately recognize the moments that you start stepping and walking through nature are the moments that you begin to accumulate all power for yourself. The more and more power you forfeit to participating in a world that was designed to work against you, do not be surprised when it seems the odds and the chances all seem to deviate against you. Your ability to have an advantage over others is your ability to live and adapt to frequency, not by perceived desire. When we begin to associate images and objects and perceived associations as the sources of our true and genuine happiness, and that is when we seem to miss the mark. There is a world before all senses, and that is called feeling. It is the one thing that we can say universally everybody alive, everything alive has. Your ability to feel, your ability to connect is the most powerful mechanism you have, because all things respond to that language. I speak plant. You speak plant. We all speak resonation. As you walk through the woods, you are judged. Oh, you are judged. And this is why people of the old times called upon fairies and spirits, energies and entities of the wilderness to come and talk to them, because they realized they were. Now, most people, because of conditioning, put limitations on what they qualify as reasonable evidence. Once you begin to recognize in the world of feeling, the best way is to practice with people. You're learning how to read, recognize, feel energy with people. And then once you get very good at that, which takes quite some time, the auric field is around us all. It can be pointed to, it can be accounted for if one learns to sense the vibration. And once you can read human vibration, You start to realize that vibration is more than just around living psychoactive objects. It is also around inanimate objects. It's also in the air. It's definitely in these bushes. To be able to be alive, to realize that you're alive, is an extraordinarily important thing. Most people spend their whole lives in fear of death. But what they don't fear isn't actually death. It's they have not come to full understanding what it truly means to be living. They have not come to that level, that sense of inner comfort that says, this is why I'm here. The only thing that you're bringing with you to the next level is the energy that you have cultivated in this life. All the other stuff is nonsense. It's not necessary. You're being called to connect into more powerful and fruitful resources. You can jump timelines as you will. You can explore new worlds. Always remember, though, that if you are in a container, that container can be a vehicle, that container can be an office, that container can be a home, an apartment. It doesn't really matter where you live, what you live in. Container's a container. You need to allow yourself to be able to find and step into new fields. You need to find new ways of stepping into your new fields of abundance. You need life to allow itself to be a journey. Have you ever had a time in your life where you have taken your transportation for granted? And then you just start to walk. And then you realize that, wow, while walking, I can see so much more. There's so much more of the world. All of our reality that is instantaneous skips these processes. Skipping these processes creates disruptions, and the thousands of years, thousands of your human development to erase these corrupted files that are running haywire in your consciousness. You have to get in touch with your authenticity. Now, nature is nice, don't get me wrong. But the reason why nature is nice is it remembers who you are. The question is, do you remember who you are? Life is less a search of finding new things. It is more remembering what you have already learned. Because the amount of knowledge that you have learned through your countless lifetimes is, let's be real, far more vast than what you hold in this one. And it is not to belittle this one. This one is extremely important because it is the cherry on top. It is what you are going to make your pristine rose, the abundance that rises from the decay into beautiful new life, transcendent, everlasting, never dying. It is the energy that continues to live. And it is the energy through you that constantly lives. The abundance in nature is beautiful, it is grand, it invokes and incites poetry, makes some want to laugh, dance, ask powerful and meaningful questions. The next step after all of this is not to stay here. And that is something people make along the path, is they get stuck on the path. No, friends, I'm not going to bushwhack through the bushes over here. That's not the plan today. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to leave the temple at some point. You need to leave the training. Some of you are in desperate need of that rejuvenation and need to start building in a recreational practice that connects you with your authenticity. Everyone here has an ancestor who has went on a hike and has probably enjoyed it, because that is ingrained. To get back in contact with the ancient technology that helps to bring about longevity is our ability to access the higher tools, the higher frequencies that are available. But we are going to be called to bring those things back to other people. It is not just for you to walk that journey and to experience it, to feel it. Those who seek knowledge for the sake of knowledge to not be shared or as some sort of transmuted gift to others. It does not need to be that you come forward as the traditional teacher as people look for. But perhaps you learn to make great vaults of energy. You learn to make them accessible, because not all information, not all energy is tangible. Not all of it is easily presentable to others. Some require that sixth sense. Sixth sense requires a powerful heart and third eye connection. You'll hear in spirituality all the time these two camps. And they are camps that are meant to orchestrate as one and not against the other. The most corrupt and evil yet powerful people in this world have mastered their third eye, but have neglected their heart. The most misled but blessed people in this world rely only on their heart. Those people are blessed beyond comparison because spirit appreciates a good heart. But they don't always have the best plans for moving their things forward, but they tend to simply always seem to come out okay with a better promising next life prepared for them. But the best possible maximum outcome is to learn to combine the both. As above, so below, the shadow and the light integrated as one. Life is about its integrations. People get caught up into these aspects of purity. Something that is pure is transmuted in value. In an evolution universe, the goal is to be constantly evolving and not staying the same. So things that lack their ability to evolve lose their ability to compete. You lose your ability to compete. You lose all the things that have granted your energy momentum, and stagnation leads to what is the true death. There are many walking corpses in this world. Our minds are fabricated by television on what these symptoms of what a zombie, of what a vampire. Gods be praised, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, we've got another purchase from M. Bronze reading for M. Our question for our friend M, who's happy just being Michelle. I'm open. What message do I need to hear right now? Please and thank you in advance. I won't be able to comment publicly. Okay, so reading for Michelle. What do I need to hear right now? I'm going to do a 5-card elemental spread for you. It's going to show spirit, fire, earth, air, and water, and how these elements are corresponding to where you are at in life. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Queen of Wands. Authority, power, and influence. I'm sensing right now Spirit is trying to teach you how to build a world around yourself. It's trying to help you be influential. It's trying to help you step back into your great level of influence and capability. So Michelle, right now, Spirit is trying to teach you to lead by example and to live in your power. Now, within your area of soul and spirit, I see the Arc card, alchemy and transmutation. The way that you feel and the way that you relate to life is changing very quickly. There are a lot of big cosmic shifts right now for you. Spirit is telling you to be innovative and creative. It's saying that in between the lines is the answer, and cleverness will give you the rewards you are looking for. The reward is not the obvious path. The area of your fire and your soul and your energy is, I see the hangman. And right now this is showing that your energy is out of whack. Your energy is feeling stagnant, that you don't really know what's worth fighting for. It's confusing you. In your area of earth and works, there seems to be nothing wrong. You're committed to your practice. You are living in your way, and that you have your excellence established. That there is no problems or blockages in your area of earth and works. Within the area of your mind, now the three-sword sorrow might seem like a bad card to have in your mind, but it being a sword card or an air card means that it actually is you in a very positive way taking the time to work through your sorrows, which is a good thing. And then you do have the Six of Cups in your area of water and emotions, showing that pleasure and connectivity is in your life. It seems that the area in your life that has the blockage is your passion, and you feel like that has really affected the steam of the mind. You realize that this is why you have things to work through, is because you do not feel like you've been able to fully express yourself while also aligning with all these other things in your life that you have prioritized. I'll draw an oracle card for you. Michelle, let's see what comes through. I see the solar plexus chakra. Focus on your connectivity first to everyday life, small activities. Start from then and build up to the large. Step into the place that is your genuine strength and your genuine desire. It starts with having just that good old routine. Blessings to you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Incinerates or exalts the person who uses it. Mostly weak people flock to magic because they believe it to be alleviations to their problems. However, magic is a scepter that only the most powerful can hold. And if you are not worthy, it consumes you. And it uses you as the fuel to ignite the next lightning bolt, to send the staff to the next wielder of the scepter. Agent 144, you are the wielder of this scepter. You're the one who carries that divine light. The great gift of the light worker is to be able to write with light in the same way that the light bringer does. That spirituality has been flipped upside down. Once upon a time, it was natural, seen as easy and normal for our ancestors to levitate, to walk upon water, and to create what we now perceive to be miracles. Powerful empires have come in and have found these powers to be threatening, and so their truth has been replaced with code of laws, and they have used these code of laws to suppress the magical force within the mind. I'm here to return the light back into your hands. The gift of a human is not their speed, it is not their strength, it's not their eyesight, it is not their hearing. It is their third eye's ability to activate upon the world in front of them. And as a true light worker, I return to you your scepter. I return to you your power. Drop it, and the serpentine energy will slither forward and strike where you point it. Hold it, and the bolt of lightning shall come forward, and the roses shall grow around you. The intense fire and flame brought forward. That right now, Agent 144, there's something very important that you're being called to write with light. That even just through working with others in the immediate range, collaboration, though powerful, though scales the multitude, is still a fragment of the amount of influence that you are meant to share at this time. You are going to have a life-changing moment. Something you say, something you do is going to be noticed as marvelous and as exceptional, above and out of the ordinary. That you are not channeling something from the books, you are channeling something from inner space. And the channel message from inner space has that level of permanence and relevance to the times that hits with tremendous strength. That most people are walking, talking parables of what is not immediately in front of them. They so heavily rely on the texts of thousands of years ago, believing that they are mediocre and incapable of creating such texts and following the path of themselves. that we have failed in our own right of this new age to become the prophets that we need to be, and have relied too much on outdated systems. You're being called to write with light. You're being called to allow the inner world to become the outer world. It is that simple. It starts with expression. It starts with art. Art and divinity are very tightly aligned, and you have a particular gift in art that, if promoted in such a way, will stand out like a beautiful beacon of radiant emerald light that is noticed and felt in a deepened way that others' deep fiery passion will never be able to replicate. It is something that simply cannot be copied. It is right now your true treasure, your true prize. Agent 144, right now the mission is simple. As you are writing with light, there are many people who are going to catch your fire, and they too are going to become it. That there is no need to congregate. There's no need to organize. The only thing that you need to do is exist. The only thing that you need to do is allow the resonance of your aura to exist in all places where you walk. Here is a test that I am going to assign to you. You are being called to find a place in your life, in your world, with particular likeness, where you really feel safe. But it is outside, and you feel you're able to stop and say, this is my space, it is my own. It is not meant to be a place that is never frequented, but irregularly frequented, such as the less frequented path at the park or the less optimized bench nearby the lake. People prefer the other one, so you choose the one that's a little more off to the side. Whatever to your convenience and safety, you are being called to choose upon this pace and revisit it many times. And as you revisit it, yes, there will be others who come, but do they come as often as you? Months later, and it is clearly your energy that lives and breathes in the space. Anyone who walks through that space is touched by you, even when you are not there. You're beginning to realize the gift of what you have and the tremendous ability that it shares. And not only does that exist within the physical world, that power that I have just discussed with you also exists within the world of ideas. If you are so moved by any passion, by any desire, it lives in an eternal world that is constantly seeking champions to exalt towards it. There are not as large of a surplus of people in each and every category of desire as you have imagined, that the universe is constantly seeking champions to bring to light some sort of quality, some sort of art, some sort of divinity, yet left to be brought from its resting place. That right now there is a power about you that is able to revisit the catacombs of the past and draw upon that valuable information, not to relive it, not to copy it, but to learn from it, to honor it, and to celebrate it by giving it something worth building off of. Do not allow the energies of the past to be the code of laws of your life, but rather allow them to be the valuable lessons that you are aware you are building off of. Never see the past to be superior to the present, for within the present is where all power resides and where all opportunity resides. All past precedents can be broken at any given moment. Anything that has ever at any time been given the name in absolute has inevitably changed to questionable to then ridiculed. That there's nothing of this world that has that permanence to it. That right now the only thing that has its permanence to it is your will. It's your experience. It's your thinking. You as an individual are the only thing in this world that is immortal. Everything else is constantly returning back into sand, only to be remodified into something new right in front of you. Because these are all the clay of the mind. It is all the clay of the soul. Everything is just simply the reflection of what is within. All things are made provided for, and enough incentive, the carrot is placed in front to be sure our feet stay moving. That nothing of this world is just simply not a simulation, as in this irrelevant experience that is unfolding in front of you, but a simulation that is actually caused by energetic calibration. Through energetic calibration, you have unlocked all doors so far. You were just not as aware of it, or even if you were, you're now beginning to realize the rings in front of you that you keep passing through build momentum and momentum. You can hear that speed noise in the back of your ears as you hit each and every ring. Agent 144, the trail that you leave is marvelous, and everyone who touches through it is engulfed in this feeling of wonder. Your mission is to just simply exist. Your mission is to continue to be this radiant light, this exalted joy, this god of the earth, this goddess of our realm. Spirit is telling you to not just simply be the limitation of some sort of bar or expectation set, or some sort of closed and locked door you're told you're never to go beyond. Spirit is telling you that you are qualified and worthy to find out and learn for yourself, that you do not need other people's permission to explore new forms of thought. You do not need other people's permission to step into these firm beliefs. What you do need is an effective tool, and that is your mind. If your tool fails to shovel the dirt, then it is not serving you, it is not adequate, it is not worthy. If you are treating it as a fancy accommodation, then your thoughts will quickly be the demise. This is something I'm sensing you have sensed and have seen around many people around you, Agent 144. So you've continued to treat your life as the epic. You have continued to craft it into this brilliant and brave journey. By continuing to live in such a way, by being able to raise this Dionysian frequency for others, you are helping to break down the paradigm that seeks to live through fear. And as this fear is overloaded, even with ridicule, as the peanut gallery at the circus begins to change their attention from the lion being forced to balance at the center pedestal, they turn their mind's energy to the people standing behind the one-way glass of the booth above them. They are seeing for what is in front of them what truly lives and what truly takes. And they have realized what has been the source of their siphoning, and they have realized the punching bags, their brothers, their sisters, that have been displayed around them are really meant to be their solution and not their enemy. Spirit is telling you to have that sense of radical forgiveness, because everybody is worthy of the divinity that walks through you, because they are worthy of the answers. The answers had to come through someone. They had to be presented in a particular way. We have decided that there's nobody else available other than you, Agent 144, to be able to accomplish this particular task. And this is because no one else has cherished this idea of adventure. No one has found this level of optimism despite the confrontation and the difficulty in front of them. That Spirit has said that you are the one who is able to find the brightest of lights in the depths of darkness and the darkest of places, because you have found that great, beautiful way of closing your eyes to see. You are therefore promoted on this eternal march. You are one who is now leading many. Agent 144, you are now going to be that set example, that champion put forward, not just in front of everyone, but those training for such ambitions. Your example will be decorated. It will be one that is written about, talked about, felt for many generations, even beyond the sound of your name, your presence through the silence of it all, through the breezes and the wind, through the whispers of the trees. All of this shall live forever. So what Spirit is telling you at this time, in order to take proper preparation, what you need to do is honor your need for rest. You have given yourself 1,000,001 things to do. Then Spirit is saying you just have one thing to do. You need to step back and you need to reevaluate what this truly means. That right now we have created this beautiful enclave, let's call it a grove of space, where you are able to replenish, relax, revisit the deepest aspects of yourself, and truly cherish your eternal garden, and laugh and frolic with those who think in a like-minded way. And as you return back through the doors, back to the world in front of us, where we are trying to reclaim the consciousness of and shift it back towards light. Shift it back towards light in that world of forever. For once upon a time, there was something that came here first. There was something that was here first. It is not a matter of who was here first or who is right, but what is to remember. The children of Cain remember who they are, that they are not forgotten, and they are not diminished. And as many things have intertwined into one, and as both have come the other, and as the brother slain has become the brother reborn, and the brother reborn has become the ruler over the all, and as one has found the humble re-beginnings and recalibrations back to the source, the redemption that you have deserved, the honor, the praise, the celebrations to commence. Spirit is saying that you have been chosen for this particular path because you have truly been through the difficult times. So now take this message, and now sit down. We have assembled a beautiful feast for you. There are many friends also on their way. Thank you, Agent 144, for taking the time to revisit us at the tent. Allow our march to continue for thousands and thousands of more years to come, and allow the divine brilliance of the message that we have to share have that engraved permanence. Picture within this mind all things of this energetic world engraved in gold, of the beautiful message of the divinity that is meant to be left here, crafted, so the great source of life can truly be that exaltation of what we have all envisioned. My divinity into yours. Until next time, blessings. Hey, shout out to you all. So we have a question that has come through from DZ. You had me when I finally found you video popped across my screen. My question is, what agent number am I? Also, what is following me that looks like a star, but it glows right before my eyes? It blew up into a huge cloud with a hole in the middle. Well, that's very interesting, and it followed you around. For the first, or I'll answer the last part first. I would think that it is arguably a spirit or the manifestation of a spirit through its presence. And I think that unusual things happen when unusual things are at work. DZ, I'm going to type in a name that you should look up. Look up that, and I really think it's going to help with your inquiry with what it is that you feel you are experiencing. Now, you want me to find your agent number. I'm going to draw a series of cards, and we're going to get a number for you. I have Agent 92. DZ, you are Agent 92. And what this means is that you are intuitive. However, you tend to isolate. You are somebody who your general preference of life is to study knowledge and to accumulate knowledge, but not to necessarily materialize with it. Blessings to you, my friend, and I hope this serves you well. Trust right now that you are taking leaps of faith to get out of your comfort zone. And that is why certain angels, spirits, entities, you might be finding these things around you influencing your affairs as they are invested in seeing you make that change. I really hope this is helpful for you. Thank you for purchasing an Ask Me Anything question over on Hipsy. If you would like to get your cards read or your question answered during this live stream, head on over to hipsy.com/seldomdreams to be able to tune in. Spirit has prepared this message for you today because it believes you are ready to commit to the great work. That most people are overwhelmed. They are drowning in the sea of options. They're too scared to commit to greatness within any reality because of a few things. One, first, the fear of missing out. That if you commit to a certain reality, certain opportunity, you're going to miss out on the fun and the joy of being the jack of all trades, being open, being available, being flexible. And they're also scared of the possibility of failure. Now, the seed of the fear of failure, once planted, it grows and it destroys all the things within your life. That all people who fear things ultimately manifest things. If you fear certain ailments, if you fear certain happenings, if you fear failure, fear is the undoer of all magic and all power. And therefore, a lot of society has laced within it large strands of fear that are always ready to bring your energy levels to the bare minimum. However, the universe, spirit, is prepared to fill you with an absolute confidence, an excitement, a thrill, and determination that for you to be godlike, you commit to a godlike way in nature. I want you to envision yourself as a god who has chosen to incarnate here as some part of adventure on earth. You, being that god, have godlike powers. That the world happens for you as you assume it should. That the trees arch, the golden roads are paved because you trust and believe them to. In the same way that you go out your door and you assume the mail is there, you assume the streets are swept, you assume that the grocery store is stocked, assume that spirit has many working hands with you. The only thing that spirit is asking you of this time is to make a decision. Make the decision of who you are. what it is that you're going to accomplish, because you become the totality of your actions, your feelings, and your thoughts. Understand that the universe is looking for you to step into that vibration of confidence. And that vibration of confidence is the secret key, that master key, that opens the door that is in front of you. That this door has been waiting for you, prepared solely, only, just for you. The universe has decided that now it's going to send you the light codes. It's going to send you the frequencies. It's going to help you understand what is required to be grasped. You have come to this life not to discover yourself, but to remember yourself. And trust that all those things that are unfolding at this time are bringing you closer towards your divine essence. Once you get the grip of your great work and you are committed to your sacred journey, the universe will endlessly blow wind into your sails to send you towards the horizons. At this time, you are presented with that ultimatum, that you will continue to sit in the pools of mediocrity if you remain undecided. That the universe says, I want you to be great at this, I want you to be great at that, but you cannot be great at all things. You must choose. You are presented with this ultimate choice. You must choose. Focus on the energies. Focus on what it is that you are trying to cultivate at this time, the vibrational effect. That if you focus on manifesting what you love, it's easier because you have all that extra energy to pull in, all that extra energy to give. I'm sensing you're at a place at this time where something has really hit you in the heart. Something has really driven your fantasies, your passions, your desires. Something has unfolded itself and it's pure beauty in front of you. And you are just dazzled by its light. You are dazzled like a young child under a bright nighttime sky with fireflies and crickets and all the beautiful things that sing their songs, that tie into your mind and hug it nice and warmly like that close blanket, reminding you of what is truly home. The universe has helped to give you that divine inspiration, that true and authentic feeling. It is helping you to derive something from source that is endless emanations of joy. You're finding lots of love, lots of joy, lots of power within your heart vibration at this time that is helping you to be able to follow your true will. I'm sensing that you realize with the ultimatum that has been presented that there's something in your life that needs to be released in order for the new world to go forward. I'm sensing that you have this extraordinary set of skills, that you are very versatile in your works. But the whole point, what I'm feeling coming through from spirit, is just because you're good at a lot of things doesn't mean you need to spend your lifetime pursuing all those interests. The universe wants you to be the best of the best. Think of the record books. Think of becoming the best, knowing you will be the best. The universe needs the best within all of its distributed faculties of life. That for you to stand on the sides of mediocrity is not just a disservice to you. It's not just your life. It's everybody else's life. Because there's the people who are not going to benefit from you if you don't step up to your greatest version. Think of all the people who've had a better day because you've smiled their way. You've given them a hug. You've given them compassion, support, and then the love that they share tenfold to others. Do not underestimate the micro energies that are being transmitted between you and others. Do not think that the slightest bit of negativity goes unnoticed. Do not think that you are at this place where it's up to somebody else to carry the torch. You are being called to carry the torch at this time, and your heart has been enlarged. It has been inflamed with all this passion and desire. I'm sensing some of you can be traveling. Some of you can be moving. You're manifesting a new lifestyle, a new reality, and you're focusing on getting into that energy, getting in tune with it. The universe wants you to realize that in order to receive the love that you're looking for, there are sacrifices that need to be made. There's an event horizon that once you go beyond it, there's no going back. I'm sensing you're beginning to realize that you've been put into a labyrinth in your life lately. This labyrinth in your life was a call for you to explore your subconscious, your inner workings, your mind. The universe wants you to understand that life is too short for each and every moment not to be filled with divination. That if you're having things come up in your life, if you're having hurdles, challenges, that these are all things to help cultivate and prune your mind. Test your patience, test your willpower, your ability. There's a knot, there's a puzzle in front of you at all times, waiting eagerly to be solved. There's so many people who are just quick to dismiss things. Oh, this is like this because of this. This is always going to be like that because of that. And people are like this because people are this. People love to make definitive conclusions, opinions about people. But the culture can only change as the ideas change. As the ideas and the love changes shares, you will find that certain feelings and effects can become amplified. You have done your inner works, your inner journey. You have searched for the divine essence within yourself, and you are ready to move forward with it. The universe has given you that tremendous ability to transmute your life, to be an alchemist. The universe is showing you that within you is the secrets to all things, that you have spent some of your life looking outside of yourself. You've spent some of your life looking to other people, going on journeys, exploring places. All cities and towns, all rural villages, they are all the same. There are interchanging hats, signs, symbols, but the core, the essence, the eternal truth of that is all the same. The universe has put you where you are because you were meant to be there. The universe has put you in certain surroundings because there are things found under the rocks in those places that cannot be found elsewhere. Understand that what seem like your curses are often your advantages. You have this beautiful ability about you at this time to see the inherent value in all things. That all things in front of you are transmutable. All things in front of you can be turned into something of impressive value. The universe is helping you to hone in and tune into your sharpest abilities, your skill sets. I'm sensing that you're having the opportunity to demonstrate your skills, and they're helping you to stand out. You have found a very clear calling. You have found a mission. I'm sensing for some of you, you are beginning to show that you are ready to step up to the next levels of responsibility. You have demonstrated that exclusive knowledge or privileged information is something that you are ready for. You're at a place in your life where you see the tests in front of you. You see what needs to be released. There are things in your life that you realize are a churning incubation chamber. That there is within chaos great opportunities to mold the world around you. To put things into the places in which you would like them to flow and flourish, grow. Your mind is a garden and it will grow whatever you plant in it. Allow me to repeat that. Your mind is a garden and it will grow anything that you plant in it. And understand your ideas are those seeds. And just like it requires seasons in real life for plants to grow, so it requires seasons for your emotions to grow. If you keep your emotions, your thoughts, your ideas, I'm not telling you that you have to limit what you feel. You have to be real with what you feel. You have to know that what you feel has a direction. It is going to get there. Focus on the energies that you're embodying and where it is going to bring you at this time. The universe is setting you up for an abundance of success. I'm sensing you're beginning to recognize that certain things in your life didn't go your way, but you see the reason why they did not. You see the reason why they didn't go ahead and manifest into the world that they want to. I'm sensing that the universe has helped you to find one star in sight, one absolute truth. It's helped you find something to be motivated by. The universe is helping you to realize that it is the inspiration within yourself to decide upon a definitive path. To be the best, you have to choose one thing. To be the best, you got to choose one thing. That if you are not looking to be the best, you are doing a disservice to humanity. You are doing a disservice because the sunset will always be there. You have many more lifetimes to enjoy it. But the imprint that you leave in this lifetime is cherished. A lot of resources have been spent by the universe to bring you to this level of awareness to receive this message. A tremendous amount of resources have been spent to give you the skill sets to be able to be honest with yourself. That often we get into the idea that we are the ones who have cracked the egg of our own spirituality. We have released the idea. We have stepped into the ethereal plane ourselves. But yet we have been selected. We have been chosen. We have been orchestrated. There's a fine weaving, fine tuning to all things. The universe is helping you to realize the intertwinedness of these things and to show that you are ready to step up to the plate for when you are ready. Trust that the blessings that are coming your way are significant, but the universe requires that you be honest with yourself at this time. I'm sensing come the outcome of all of this. After your honesty, after your determination, after your decisions, the universe is going to collaborate with you to help manifestations come through. You have found tremendous pleasure and happiness to be aligned in your life. Some of you are going to find that relationships are going to be flourishing. You're going to find that your also virtue is shining. You're glowing. You glisten like the sun. And people can't help but feel pulled to your irresistible glow. Now, the universe also is ready to supplement and support you. Everybody knows that we need resource. The universe has infinite resource. So you are receiving the things required, no more, no less at this time to move forward. You have found dreams that are ready to come true. And the universe is ready to help make all these things manifest for you, help all these things come into their fruition. You are blessed and you're about to be rewarded more than you can imagine. It all comes with that decision. You coming to terms with the sacrifices that are required to be made so that you can move forward in your life. Trust that the powerful connections that are coming are going to be fruitful. They're going to be rewarding. It's all put, however, on the weight of that very specific decision. We're going to take some time to analyze what does your heart need to hear at this time. What does your heart need to hear at this time? Right off the bat, you need to understand that your crown chakra is being lit up. That there are very powerful forces trying to break through all the static of the atmosphere. And it's looking to get that direct transmission planted inside. You need to be sure that your total alignment is ready to receive what is being transmitted down. The universe is telling you that it is important to find balance and equilibrium in your life at this time. To focus on your equal footing, focus on the cadence, focus on the rhythm. Some of you, I'm sensing it's a sprint, then it's a crawl. Then you fall on your face, you get back up again, then you sprint. Then it's a crawl, you heave, you whine, you cry, you suffer, and you get back up and you sprint again. The universe wants you to be in a place of complete calm, complete stillness. It wants you to not waver too high towards any of the extremities. It wants you to find that inner balance at this time. It is not telling you that there will not be times for that euphoria and that joy and that explosive energy coming through. Now is the time for you to find that balance. The universe is telling you that right now, the biggest thing that you can do is control your thoughts. You have the ability to transmute all things in front of you, and it starts with how you think about it. Hey, shout out to everybody here. We're going to be reading Lynn's, and then we're going to be reading Shelby. So we're reading Lynn's. I don't see a particular question to go with the inquiry. So we're going to just go forward. 3 card for Lynn's. And then I'll draw an oracle card for Shelby. Excuse me. Nope, I'll draw a couple cards for both of them. I see the priestess for Lynn's. A powerful awakening. Tapping into something remarkable. There's something that you've begun to sense and feel that has helped you to shift paradigms completely. You have now sensed a whole new spirit about life, and you are prepared to make the necessary adjustments as you have seen what you need to see to begin to shift the world many times over. Blessings to you, my friend. I hope that was helpful. Now reading for Shelby. See the universe. You're being called by Spirit to leave behind an old chapter of your life. There is something that just simply no longer works for you. It is being phased out. It is no longer the pathway that works for you. See the 5 of Swords. I see betrayal. Somebody has left you feeling betrayed, detached. And so Spirit is saying the best answer is to move forward. Blessings to you, my friends. I hope that has served you well. Hello, Miss Mel. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. The Happy Crow. Thank you for tuning in. Message for everybody. People around you have just one more small favor to ask. Agent number 13. It has come to be that you hold the weight of 10,000 souls upon your shoulders. Right now, in order to alleviate all of these one small favors, I am asking you to do our order. One small favor, and you will not regret it, for we see within you invaluable potential and contributions to the eternal march that are trying to establish vast influence within the reign of consciousness. That the real estate there is invaluable. And as others are building rocket ships to shoot them to outer space, we are building ours to shoot into inner space. And we are asking you to accompany us on this journey. Now, it seems that you have been disadvantaged with certain circumstances. That there are some things that feel like they have bogged you down. That you have not been able to step into the fluid motion that you have dreamed and envisioned each time you try to get to the labor and the practice, to follow through with the endeavor. The many obstacles that come in front of you. The many hands reaching out for help. For those who glow at a certain frequency cannot help but have all the people looking for guidance, looking for help, looking for support, coming to them. You cannot grow in frequency without having to approach this phase. That this is a phase that needs to not just be ran away from, but worked through. That in order to get through it, you need to recognize what it is. That the truth is that people who are meant to lead the world are the people who are more often happy than not left to their own recluse, left to their own endeavors. But however, your cleverness, your authenticity is, as we have said, invaluable. Here are your instructions. Spirit says that the reality seeking to work against you and cement against you is something that has believed by placing you in your current circumstance, it has you secured. It doesn't need to worry about you anymore. You're just a fly stuck in the fly trap. This is exactly where we wanted you to be. Not because this is necessarily the prize you are seeking in the circumstances that we desire for you, but we have realized that you and you alone have this invaluable potential to be able to completely turn something worlds over within your paradigm. That by striking just a particular chord, just one, you'll be walking about, you'll see everybody shuffling about their business, distracted by their devices, their paperwork, their obligations. You'll feel and find that magnetic core within the place, and you'll know how to just walk up to it, and it changes from this muddish red into this vibrant cyan. And then the consciousness, everyone takes a deep breath. And everyone looks around as if they don't recognize the place anymore. My friend, agent number 13, you have this gift. You see there are these muddish red crystals that lie about. They create these sad clouds around your neighbors, your community, your friends, those who seek to help you and work against you. And it does not matter who they are. It does not matter if it is the person who is sizing you up. It does not matter if it is the person who is cowering in front of you. It does not matter if it's the person who has trusted you their whole life. It does not matter if it's the person who feels they have no good reason to trust you. That what you are being called to share is that you have this gift of being able to put the whole conversation aside and just see, is there the dark mud red crystal, or is that bright cyan light? There's very few in between, and in between usually means inner development, transmutation of the self. That there is not just one way for this truth to be spread. We have many, just like you, who go through the vigorous process of reaching this awakening themselves. But not everybody needs to feel the pain that you have experienced to get here. Not everybody has to overcome the same trials, because as you know, as you can tell, just from looking around, the do or die is something that, well, so there are definitely more than a few people around you who would trip at least before the finish line. And Spirit has called you to realize the tremendous opportunity that has come through what has been at first perceived as a grievance, as an unfortunate series of events, is now being called to be the banner that is decorated upon your shield, the flag that you proudly carry as you march forward on the eternal march. You have turned your weakness, your difficulty, into your greatest advantage. That your hike uphill both ways in the snow with no shoes has left you at grades above Agent 13, where other people, they cannot go and study this. They cannot pay someone for this knowledge. They cannot read through books. They cannot meditate for it. They have not lived your experience. And that is why you are where you are today. And as you are listening to this, you're looking at me like a goat on the side of a mountain. Like, you ever see those pictures of the goat on the side of the mountain? They're like holding on, like here's like the mountain, and here's the goat, just like holding on for dear life. You're like that, looking up at me. Like, how is he expecting me to listen to this right now? It's just like, you have to. You have no other option. It's this, sir. You see that fall down there? It's a big one, isn't it? So, right now, Agent 13, I think that you have lots of good reason to trust. You have to trust that right now, what comes from this type of work is a level of reward that cannot be bought. You see, as you march through our territory, our city, within the collective consciousness, the city of the pyramids, you are cheered for, you are celebrated. People constantly glow in your direction, are uplifted, made more pleasant. People stop what they are doing to acknowledge you, the worthiness and the presence that you do carry. Spirit has worked tediously to prepare your initiation into the city, for it is essential that you realize that you are worthy amongst the Eternals. And so once you have restored and have remembered this proper power, and you have realized your true divine nature, it seems that so much more is going to turn over. Those who seek to keep your consciousness minimized to avoid disruption are going to find that what they have put you into has become them falling into their own trap. Because all the things that they thought that cannot be leveraged against them within this space by you now are. Because you understand this hidden truth about people, about what it is that they're truly looking for. And you know deep down the biggest fears of people and their inability to trust, and that great cord that all you need to do is grab your sling and grab onto it. Take a big jump and go for a ride. Hold on tight. It carries you quite far. So Spirit is saying right now, understand that you are one amongst the few who have this ability. And if you were right away put in the fine palaces, you would not have committed to this work. And you know this. If you had what you wanted right now, you would not be working as hard as you are right now. And you know this. So here's this reminder that whenever a great road is being built, it is not just one person building from one end endlessly to the other. From many directions, a whole network of paths are being brought back into one. And upon these paths, upon the sacred eternal Silk Road, you will be celebrated and championed by many. For many heroes cross paths here. Many heroes, champions, divine chosens are found here. And it is by finding the sacred key within life. Agent 13, you have it. And that is why the reality has thrown all of its daggers against you. It is because it will do everything to stop this truth from spreading. However, they have already lost. We have gained the vantage points. We have turned the necessary leverages. We have gained vital ground. We have turned all the dark, muddy red crystal into the vibrant cyan light. And it is closing in. This march cannot be stopped. And that is the reassurance. They'll believe if they put something under extreme pressure, that they'll force it to break. But what they do not realize is all that they're doing is that they're just crafting a fine diamond. You are a diamond like no other, for no one's light can pass through yours without being changed, without being transmuted forever. You have this undying, permanent light that people are mesmerized by you. And this is a gift that when used correctly will be rewarded in ways that you could never imagine. Now allow me to give you a tour of our fine city. The true way of seeing is to close your eyes. We close our eyes to see. We close our eyes to walk through the enchanted forests and to go places where others, through their technology, their observations, their studies of books, become frustrated and throw those things out the window, as they have found that they have not been able to realize that the shed holding all their yard tools was the doorway to the kingdom that they sought. That right now you're going to find that you'll wake up one day on the Ferris wheel, not knowing how you got there. Last time you checked, you were muddling through your tools. You found an insect. It seemed to be whispering something to you. It was pretty like something that you have never seen before. It then told you to walk through and follow it somewhere. And after that, you forget. And then you wake up enchanted. Everyone seeming to smile at you. Everything seeming to cost that little bit less. And everything seeming to go that little bit further. All of a sudden, there's that extra little bit edge about you. This is by no accident. This was intentional. We have chosen you. And we hope that you enjoy the upgrades that are to come. Have a good night's sleep. And we look forward to seeing you on the other side. Until next time, blessings and take over the river and through the woods. It seems you have traveled to come here today. Agent 444. Come sit down at the table. You seem tired and weary. However, we have important business to discuss. You have perhaps wondered why. The universe has sent adversity after adversity after you, ever since you have learned about this privileged information. And that once one has become anointed upon this path, you are subconsciously recognized by those who are dependent upon the validations of this reality as a virus in their systems. that they cannot help but notice the mutation of the energy that you bring to be this sense of foreign space, not from outer space, but from inner space. And all this energy that you have channeled from inner space has helped to upgrade you into this level of profound understanding. And the crystalline biological structures within the mind have now formed to match something that is beyond anything that others can relate to, because the authenticity that has went into crafting it. You have perhaps heard that a snowflake is rare unto itself, there is no other, and so are the crystals in the mind, and as they are worked, as they are formed, they turn into something that is remarkable and beautiful. However, very few people, however, have ever accessed this. They have never accessed this because they have not been put on the trials, the tribulations, the adversities that you have. So Spirit is saying, you have to begin to recognize that you have had to sprint when others could just take a leisurely walk. You had to go without, where others haven't had to struggle with the inconvenience. However, you and them have been put in the same labyrinth, the same rat maze at the same time. Immediately, you begin investigating solutions as your subconscious mind has been taught. And you'll find that others around you quickly begin to submit to the darkness around them. They engulf themselves in that most familiar position, as they cannot begin to understand how to go about tackling the problem in front of them. They do not know how to handle things when things get on high alert. And so when that happens, the subconscious mind kicks in. The beacon in the distance, the broadcasting tower, sets off something in the back of their mind. You could see it set in their eyes. Agent 444, I know you have seen this for yourself. And so you have chosen to distance yourself from what you have seen to be as the pack. But however, you can't help but look within and notice that you feel without. And so you are the messenger upon this journey. That you have this gift to reveal for others, this higher level of nature. Do not seek out the people to enlighten, but the people who are on the quest for enlightenment will find you. All things shall be delivered to you upon this path. Do not question the love, the wealth, the experience that is to be missed out by dedicating all of your time to this. All things upon this path will be rewarded. It is not a path of sacrifice. It is a path of devotion. That this is a path that requires no sacrifice. It requires only giving. And that upon this path, we are beginning to reclaim important territory within collective consciousness. And upon this march, we're going to find that this new elevated way of being and speaking, carrying and sharing ourselves is going to be profound. And it all starts from where you have learned to walk and talk, to overcome the problems, to work through the energy, not through the diction of what others are saying, but to feel the underlying emotions and seeing where they need to be redirected. You are the shepherd. You have been chosen to be the shepherd. And they will only follow someone who they know, who has had the calloused hands and feet to have hiked the mountains themselves, who is ready to risk themselves, put themselves at the front of the pack as soon as the mighty bear approaches. They cast him away with their staff, perhaps drop it, see it quickly turn to the serpent. You have this power. You had to have been cast out at some point in your life. That if this did not happen, you would not have sought this redemption. The redemption is of a much higher quality than what you have perceived the gold of the paradise lost to be. That all parts of this process were intentional. That perhaps you're beginning to realize the chosen are the ones who begin to choose. Those who forfeit choice, forfeit power. And Spirit is now handing you all the power, because you have accepted the terms and conditions that come with the power. And so you'll be given all that is needed, all that is desired to celebrate, to learn. Agent 444, it is often the person who wants the cabin in the woods upon the lake, their fishing pole, their bookshelf, their warm fire and the stars to entertain them. These are the people who are often dragged out and asked by the people to lead. You just want to be left alone? Take a boat ride every once in a while. Observe and document the plants. Spirit said, no, you have to go lead. And half the turmoil has been this idea of paradise lost that was never lost. The quest has just begun. But just so happens that the quest begins with the halls of the grotesque. It begins with the caverns of sorrow. That upon these paths you will find within these things, these marvelous qualities within yourself, that ultimately will either destroy or make you. Agent 444, I have found that you are wary today. But however, after this speech, you will begin to realize why all things have happened for the way they have happened and for what reasons they have happened. Because you are an important agent of this system that is bringing about a new level of collective consciousness. This is nothing that is through a direct form of paper to paper, so to speak, communication. We work on a different line. And right now, there are different agents, many so honored and humbled to be assigned to you to delegate such important teachings. That all transmissions are available. Just as you turn on the radio and dial the knob, you also have power to be able to access any pool of information you so wish. If you so continue to desire someone to facilitate, to provide these services, the universe is ready to provide as many assistance as you are required. That they are ready, they are enthused, they are excited to assist you in your project. But you must choose. You must decide. What is your one star in sight? What is your forever? That it will come to you in a dream if you have not yet received it. And if you already have, you're going to find that a door in your life is about to blow open. Just as you thought that you were ready to say, well, it's time to get back into the trenches. It's time to allow the nails to grow back out a little bit more and get that look in the eye back again. That what is mine needs to be mine. No, what is given is always received. And as long as we are staying in this place of consciousness, Spirit is going to continuously reward you. To do something in an enthused manner, a loved manner, enthused out of a genuineness. There is a folly or, fake type of enthused that is felt. But however, if one is in one's passions, there's no room for that to be distinguished. Because something that is felt beyond language. There are those who do not speak English who are listening to this broadcast. And in places where they do not perhaps understand, they can feel through resonation what is being said. And there's a divine truth in what is in that. There's a divine truth that is in that. Because the thing that speaks the largest volumes is your presence. And right now, I am here to remind you, at times that you have felt alone, the collective has been there. We have been on the eternal march with you. If you listen, you can hear the drums. You can hear the chanting. You can see the blue lit fire torches. As this maddening march of eternity continues, we continue to ride it. The people upon the horses, the people with their long staves, the people who carry your farming tools, and the person who miraculously carries dozens of children upon their shoulders. These are all the many faces that we see upon the eternal march. We see the people who have chosen the many different roles that all ultimately come to the many faces of the all. And allow yourself to get back into this place and to know that this blue lit fire now is retained and returned within you. And now as this gift is brought back about, this essence, new revitalization is about to empower you towards this great new endeavor. Allow yourself to align with previously unfelt energies so that you can now step into a higher level of divine consciousness. The divine consciousness that walks with you now has a level of presence, quite obvious one to be simple about it. In the sense that we are discussing things today, well, you're going to be able to sit down your tea, make a tea or coffee for them, a morning beverage, and enlighten them, and they will enlighten you, and they will provide you feedback. They are entertained by their stories. There is a common misbelief that spirit is not curious, or the other side is not curious about what you are thinking or about what you are seeing or what you are feeling. They enjoy the barter and conversation. They enjoy the back and forth because most people are too scared. It's like they just go, abooga, booga, booga, and they go, they run away, and they have a good laugh. They really appreciate it, Agent 444, when they can sit down and have a good chat with someone they really take seriously. And so that is why you have been chosen today. That is why this banquet hall has been prepared. And in the meantime, while we have been speaking, a great feast with lavish grail and great plates of food have been prepared in front of us. So now sit and sit down for a little longer and enjoy this feast with us. And know that upon this path comes great gifts, great rewards, joys and pleasures unimaginable. Do you accept these terms and conditions? And do you choose to continue? Sign here, and then we are ready to proceed with the feast. Allow yourself to take some time with this moment. Meditate upon it. We are ready to discuss it in dream. And until next time, blessings and take care. Dance between beauty and truth, and though there are distinctions between them, one is never present without the other. For light fractures all things in beautiful ways, and the dispelling of illusions is in themselves justice, beauty, exaltation. The divine unfoldment of the mystery in front of you is based off of the alignment of the things that are also correspondence. Victory sends its agents to celebrate you when you are marching through the streets. It sends its paradesmen. It sends its singers. It sends all the things that help to celebrate and bring about the best things of life. You can truly feel the trumpets of the divine. And when it is the worst of times, you can see the goblin-like agents of the world sent about to wreak havoc of your world and to turn it inside out. Knowing the signs of the times and the adjacent qualities of the truth are what help to determine the truth. Because you know the truth as the world is vibrant and singing with you, as all the things of your life are turned into absolute beauty. And this is all with an alignment of the truth. If things are beginning to sour, left and right, broken window 1 and broken window 2, the pattern is picking up. These are all the signs that there's some sort of force distorting, disrupting, guiding you away. Good luck and good fortune is not a stumbled upon. Fortune and quality and luck are attracted qualities. That there's something cultivated, tinkered, if you would, within that helps to correspond these things. Going to dive into our reading, 15 card reading coming on up for the whole collective. Gods be praised. Thank you for tuning into this message. Let's see what the divine has to unfold for you. You've stepped into this brave new lens, uniting with all the signifiers around that truth in the same way that you're able to pick up the essence that dance around the soul to determine the composition of the soul. The relations to things determine the absoluteness of things. The way that the light shines upon you right now in this particular way is something that perhaps brings about a truth that you would have never expected. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Ten of Swords, ruin, endings. There's something that is over, no longer necessary, no longer part of the development, being integrated back into the whole, so it can be born again under a new light. As we live each day, we die each day. We are born again each day joyously. And you rise up in the new with all the things that are aligned with the things that were found in that river of souls that you swim in upon sleeping. That truth be told, you are being guided towards powerful things at this time. They're going to help open up your eye, your mind, towards this magnetic universe, this profound awakening. 3 cards for your given situation. To start, you have power, fortifications. You are in a strong place, strategic place. And so as you have felt upon yourself, stable and strong, the universe is helping you to see, however, the futility of certain things. Hey, shout out to Shelby. Thank you so much. We're going to have a 3 card reading coming your way. Just noticed that. I appreciate you. So we're now going to be reading for Shelby. So let's see what comes through for Shelby. Thank you for purchasing a reading. I see the Prince of Swords. There's something that you're aiming for. Spirit is trying to help you make moves towards something specific, something particular. I'm sensing that there's something that is ready to appear, something that's ready to manifest. There's something that really would love to step into presence and be. It wants you to be here in the now. It wants you to feel what you know. You're being called by Spirit to be brave and to take a leap of faith towards something, to trust your instincts and to know that where you're heading or where you're intending is something that's quite particular, but is also obtainable. It's unexplored territory. Be the first. Do it when no one else is expecting it. I'm sensing you're going to need to leave behind things that no longer serve you. You're being called to let go of what you no longer feel connected with, to make room for the things that are properly meant to be in your life. So right now, Spirit is saying to leave behind old pastimes, paradigms. So make room for the things that you are meant to receive. And good things are going to come through for you. Trust your instincts that it requires you taking a leap of faith, even if that leap of faith feels like it is baseless. All people of all positions of life are appointed by the universe. Understanding this, it is not your responsibility to hold on to a position in life that does not feel right for you. The universe has designed you with the ultimate intelligence of feeling, sensing, intuition. That the modern perception is that these are animalistic intelligences, that these are things that are from primal origins that just lead to predictable ends. In the same way that we observe things in a petri dish, we expect the human being to do a certain thing if given certain circumstances. What you're being called to do at this time is not worry about filling roles, but filling in yourself, filling your cup and filling your love with life, filling your hunger, filling your passion. The universe has worked in a intricate and sophisticated way your process and your evolution. It has not brought you here just simply to mine rocks and to give them to the overlords. It has not put you here to sit endless hours in an office resenting a position you need because you have decided you need the benefits of the said position. The universe has put you here to create with magnificence. That it is the restriction that is given upon a soul of perpetual questioning and the placing the seed of doubt onto which they fall to believe that they are then therefore nailed to such position by the guilt of association of their society. That you do not need to be a product of your society. However, you do need to move your society, because society thinks that it's all about the ideas that are going to move things forward. It's all about the heart space, the space that connects all of us on that equal level. Because the seas are out of harmony, they're out of alignment. We need to restore the give and flow between us all so we can all prosper once more. The universe is telling you that it's not about prosperity within filling roles. It's not about stepping up to the accomplishments of others or stepping up to measure yourself to the same ways in which things have been done. You have a unique way of doing things that the universe is going to meet you along the way on your path and give you the hats that go with it. Do not worry about the hats. The hats will interestingly find you. The universe will let you know who you are, and the way that you do things is a mirror to your actions. If you find suffering, it is because you are on the wrong plane. If you're finding joy despite the circumstances, you are beginning to realize that you are on track to something great. The great work requires eternal persistence. And you cannot be so easily sidetracked. You cannot just pick a new hobby. You cannot just easily go after a new quest. People have to be aligned or they're not aligned at all. All things that are happening in front of you and for you are to help you realize the spiritual significance of it all. Trust that you're taking place to go into necessary adjustments in your life. You will realize that you have a very valuable set of skills that, when applied in a certain way, are going to get tremendous results. The universe is guiding you towards a sense of equilibrium, a sense of balance and direction. It wants you to be able to get one foot in front of the other and realize the treasures and the prizes that are already right here available for you. It is up to you right now, the alchemist, to find a way to transmute these things. I'm sensing a strong sense for you right now as you want to pursue new desires. However, you are struggling to just let loose and have fun because there are too many pressure plates on the given situation. I'm also sensing too much of a game of hot and cold, hot and cold. The universe is showing at this time that you're at a place in your life where you're being called to follow your heart's passions and to pursue your dreams. I'm sensing that there are boiling tensions, however, going on between you and authority, platforms for power. I'm sensing that there have been a lot of issues over shared resources. There have been a lot of issues I'm sensing over power dynamics. A lot of people I'm sensing in your life at this time have played things very surface level. And I'm sensing that everybody has been thrown in this current where it's just inevitable. Your true colors have to shine. They come through, they come out. And so I'm sensing the universe is trying to help you realize that you have very little time left on this timeline. You believe that you have more time than you actually have. The universe is presenting a really big reward for you. It is showing you that you have received a great opportunity, and it's now up to you to decide what it is that you want to do with it. I'm sensing that there are people around you who are, I'm sensing, looking to undermine you. They want to undermine your accomplishments. Right now, a message that comes very clearly for everybody listening here is that more hands-on is not necessarily more help towards the future. You're beginning to realize who is really in your corner and who is really supporting you. Certain people are really letting their colors be known. I'm sensing that there's this restlessness in your life. There's this constant competition, this anything you can do, I can do better type vibe. The universe wants to see you build the wealth that you want to see come into fruition. It wants to see you pursue opportunities to start a new way of life and a new practice. You're ready to follow your passions, but I'm sensing that your energies are widespread. You feel like you are juggling a lot of what feel like responsibilities. It's time to decide, I'm sensing, what is actually a responsibility. A lot of us will feel that there are things that we absolutely need to do, but it really comes down to, do we need to be doing it? You're exhausted because your energy is so divided, that you have so many proclaimed obligations that there has become no room for yourself. I'm sensing that you have neglected your personal happiness for some time, and this is causing some things in your life to collapse. You're not so smooth around the edges anymore as far as your abrasiveness. You've really become a tough cookie, but also you haven't really been buttering up for people lately either. The universe is helping to bring you into this place of power and resilience. It's helping you to find your identity and your personal strength. It's helping you to realize all the things that are possible if you're willing to put your mind's eye to work. You have found the gift of transmutation. You have found a way of turning your dreams into a reality. The universe is looking to guide you to a place where you're really able to show off who you are. But I'm sensing that there are a lot of clashing interests right now. There are a lot of people who are just simply not on the same page. It's really important at this time to start imagining what it is that you truly want. To trust that the way that you feel is something that really deserves to be met, and to have faith in the world of imagination of how you can end up there. The universe is helping you to realize the significant accomplishments that you have in your life and what you're ready to set into motion. But as I'm seeing you move towards your future, all I'm seeing is a lot of chaos. I'm seeing a lot of divided attention and needs. I'm seeing that there is this very fast-paced game going on around you. You're really struggling to slow down. You're not able to enjoy yourself. You feel like there are just circumstances in your life that are just unbearable. There's something in your life that just simply cannot continue. Adjustments need to be made. The necessary fix, the necessary pivot. You need something else. Something is proving to be unbearable. I'm sensing you keep justifying for yourself a reason to let something move down the road or continue how it has. You keep finding ways to say that this is fine. This is fine. But I'm sensing ultimately you haven't been able to live in the way that you desire. And there have been some certain obvious things that have been glaring in your life. You're ready to see certain needs be met. You're ready to make a commitment to rewarding yourself first. I'm sensing a lot of your joys have been stifled because of circumstance. If you cannot find the circumstances to thrive, you need to create those circumstances. Right now, there's a lot of pressure to perform. There's big pressure to perform here. But I'm sensing that it's like capture the flag, right? You capture the enemy's flag, and now you turn around. You're ready to run back to your side. And everybody on the other side looks at you, stops, and starts sprinting at you. It's like, well, you got the flag, but now you have to get back with the flag. So right now, you got the flag. You're like, yeah, I captured the flag. And now there's everybody ready to chase and put you into the timeout section, right? Because they took your flag or they captured you or tagged you, whatever. So the universe is trying to tell you that it's really important for you to recognize what castles are worth fighting for, or what positions are worth fighting for in your life. That I'm sensing that we believe that certain positions are really worth digging in our heels and proving our point. Something I'm really feeling is the importance of really picking your battles, really recognizing what your soul what your soul needs here. I'm sensing that your attention is really divided amongst a variety of different things. I'm sensing what you want and what somebody else wants is different. I'm sensing what your soul is leaning towards is shifting. And so the universe is trying to help you realize at this time that if you are following your instincts, if you're trusting in how you feel, you will arrive to decisions at a necessary speed. But however, I'm sensing that things have been all bottled up because you have not yet truly decided what it is that you want, but you definitely know how it is that you feel. A lot of feelings have been boiling up. You are working to transmute your situations to learn from them. But however, I'm sensing that you have taken all the lessons you possibly could from this timeline. And so it's starting to collapse. The timeline in your life is collapsing. It's shifting. And so I'm sensing you're beginning to prioritize a new song in your heart. You're beginning to look for a new rhythm to things. That there's this new sense of faith and courage. But I'm sensing that there are a lot of things around you that are just deteriorating, that are thrown into chaos. You're given an opportunity to pursue your desires. You have realized that something isn't going to give you that joy that you're looking for. So you're beginning to reach out and trust other things to begin to entertain that for you. There's this burning desire of unmet needs that is just ready to emerge. And so the universe has put you in this place in your life where there's no question about it. These needs have to start to be prioritized. Having fun, feeling joy, having that closeness, having that excitement, having that raw energy boiling inside of you is going to be crucial to what it is that you are looking to accomplish. Let's see what your heart needs to hear at this time. What does your heart need to hear at this time as far as its guidance? You do not need to be just another brick in the wall of the machine. You can be your own authentic piece. You do not need to move forward with all pieces. You can move forward on your own. You can be an individual. You can trust where the universe is looking to push you. The universe is letting you know at this time that true healing begins. That now is time to recognize how all things can be rebuilt and put back together. The universe is getting you back to the sense of closeness to heart, being able to love again. That right now your heart is going to shine and you are going to shine as you take the example to lead for others. The universe is trying to tell you that love is bountiful at this time, and that love is coming towards you. Love is looking to make motions that you are feeling a certain way. You're being called to observe the shifts and the tides and the change of everything. You're going to find a tremendous amount of love begin to pour into your life as you observe why there's certain lacks, why there's certain disappointments. I'm sensing that you're beginning to realize this sense of unhappiness. You're beginning to realize the source of your unhappiness. And you're beginning to find new ways of connecting with others. As you step up and you shine, you're finding that love is going to come towards you quicker than you have ever previously imagined. Trust that what you are in tune to at this time is powerful. You're seeing a lot of things in front of you. You're seeing a lot of power dynamics coming into struggle, coming into clash. You're finding alliances really collapsing. You're finding new perceptions, new shifts on things that just change the game completely. A new attitude has come to the game. Now let's see what your psyche needs to hear. What does your psyche, your soul need to hear to work at an elevated level? Right off the bat, the first message is to rejoice in your celebration, that there's accomplishments made in your life. It is time to party. It's time to celebrate. Smile, have fun, laugh a bit. Allow yourself to be immersed in the joy and the desires you are looking for. Embrace the change that is coming with the waiting game. That there's a series of transformation. You can sit here and twiddle your thumbs. You can write a book. You can read a book. You can learn to paint. You can develop skills and ideas. You're in purgatory. You're in purgatory right now. It's going to go by faster if you find something to keep your time with. The universe has intentionally placed you into this waiting game. You can use this time for whatever you so please, but you're not going to have another minute to kind of breathe like you do now for a while. You're going to, before you know it, even though you're resenting your current situation, perhaps, you're going to miss the freedom to breathe you felt you have. The universe is helping to restore powerful spiritual strength within you. Now, a lot of spiritual strength is required to be patient, to be kind. A lot of light is being emitted and shown into your life. You're beginning to realize all these things that are energetic, that you are able to touch upon, that you're able to immerse yourself in. Focus on the celebration, that things aren't going anywhere. Right now, if you're trying to pedal faster, you're not going to get any faster. You are being guided to be able to see that right now is a taste of patience. Patience is your virtue. Anything that you believe to be a decision right now is left up in the air by the universe for a reason. More details are going to be revealed for you. More truths are going to come through that you're going to be able to understand and take in with this new spiritual light. The universe is helping you to be able to have this patience at this time. There are a lot of things that are flustered. Right now, you are getting in touch with what you've been frustrated with. And the universe is preparing to send something so much more immersive, rewarding, and sensual your way. The universe knows that there's something that you'd like to feel and is ready to send that new feeling your way. Let's see how you are aligned with your passions and your desires. Let's tune in on your passions and your desires. How close are they and what is needed to get closer? Passions and desires, you need to really start recognizing why certain things haven't worked, why needs have been unmet, what hasn't worked out. And I'm sensing that there are going to be shifts very quickly. There's very much going to be a shift in how you experience your feelings. The universe is telling you to communicate more, to speak more, to share your message, and find that there are going to be many people who are mesmerized and drawn in. That you yourself are this vehicle of great power and passion that is getting the attention of authority. You have this tremendous skill about you that is quite seductive. You are in yourself hell-bent on the works, and right now it is hard to see why what is in front of you fits into the works. It's like when you're on a serious mission, but then the wise person on the road tells you, solve this riddle, and you're getting frustrated because you're off on this epic mission, and here's someone telling you to solve a riddle. You're being called to recognize that the universe has set a path in front of you where you are really able to impress people with your strength and your ability. You're finding that things are going to change for you quite quickly. I'm sensing that there's something in your life that you've been very reluctant to give up on. The universe has shown you a lot of signs that something is over and that's not working, but I'm sensing that you're unwilling to admit it. New changes are coming, new feelings are coming, new experiences are going to come at the right time. The universe is helping you to come into patience and recognition of what it is that you truly need. That you've built yourself upon expectations that time and time again, they just don't come through. They fail, they collapse. I feel the frustration here, but I'm also seeing that things are going to start changing and moving in your life quite quickly. There are going to be sudden shifts to new paradigms, new ways of feeling and new ways of experiencing, that you have a passionate energy about you that is very noticed. It's going to set you up for tremendous opportunities. You're making the right connections with people. I'm sensing that you're at a place in your life where people see you as somebody they want to have on the team. People are like, okay, what this person has to contribute is impressive, and we want to have this person around. But you're seeing that this doesn't really agree with certain other timelines in your life. I'm sensing that you're beginning to realize that there are certain things in your life that if they're constantly nitpicking you and bothering you like flies, and energetically, that is what they are. That's who they are. The universe is trying to get you back into the spirit of this message. It's trying to help you recognize the resonance in all things and to trust in those things. Something has awoken your passions, your desires. It has given you this new hunger for life. a hunger for life that has been perhaps dormant for some times. Someone has given you the motivation to continue because you see perhaps them or that connection as the reward. Now, your social life, your social sphere, your ability to win friends, influence people, love and romance, all that fun stuff. Right now, you're focusing on rest, release. You're coming to terms with the disappointment, the lack of happiness. You realize the importance to pivot, change direction, and to take action towards something. You know, you're at a place in your life where you want to experience more love, affection, but you're beginning to realize that there are things in your life that need to be released in order to experience that. That there's been a certain level of disappointment that has kind of come over. The universe is looking to get you back into a new rhythm, get you back into a place where you're excited, where you are genuinely enjoying being you and doing what you love to do. I'm sensing you've been caught up lately too much in somebody else's universe. You haven't been living by your own metaphysics, by your own rules, by your own cause and effect. It's always been on the same magic carpet ride as somebody else. And right now you're looking to steer things back into your control, and you want to bring it into the right path for you. You have found things that speak to you as far as your desires. You're fed up with not being able to reach out towards them. You realize the importance of pivoting towards your new dreams and goals and the things that you want to experience. Trust the magic that is happening in your life and trust the blessings that are coming forward. The universe is helping you to restore your confidence and your energy. Now that you have realized what you do not want, you very clearly know what you do want. So the universe is going to deliver it to you at this time and help you move towards the desirous outcome that you are looking for. You are committed to your works. However, I'm sensing that the universe is telling you that you are not recognizing a wall for what it is. You are perhaps at times going on a wild goose chase. It is important to step into the world of your feelings and to experience what it is that you truly desire. I'm now going to draw cards to see how you are handling your destiny. What steps, what actions are you taking to move yourself forward, and how the universe is answering that, how it is mirroring that. I'm sensing this great deal of power has come to you lately. You feel like that you're handling a great deal of responsibility. I'm sensing that the universe sees that you're doing all things that you're meant to be doing. You feel like there's been a lot of resistance as far as what it is that you feel you're supposed to be doing. The universe wants you to know that you're on the right path. You're following your destiny. You're going to acquire the goal, the accomplishment, the success. The fertility and reward is here, and you're aligned on your path. You are experiencing oppressive circumstances because the universe wants you to learn from those things and also realize what do others genuinely have to offer for you. You're beginning to take a leap of faith towards new pleasures and desires. Someone has really noticed you for your experience and your skill, and I'm sensing ready to offer an opportunity for you, offer you another way of life, perhaps a way of connecting and experiencing. The universe is helping you to shed away the old vibes and is helping you to be able to experience what your soul has always wanted. And that is to be more immersely connected in a way that you feel you've never been able to access before. You're going through a powerful soul change. I'm sensing a new timeline is being built for you, but before you step onto it, the universe wants you to master a way of feeling. You have focused on building your life around the hearth, and I'm sensing that this has changed. You're beginning to realize that you need to start building your life around different things. You need to start prioritizing different principles, that there are new opportunities that are going to open themselves up for you where you're going to find a lot more tremendous success. It's time to start investing in a new set of systems and a new reward. The universe is helping to give you more time to focus on the things that you have prioritized. You feel that your time is thin, but however, you're unwilling to let go of the projects. There are things that you're looking to bring with you. There are things that are energetically heavy in their weight. But however, I'm sensing that you are persistent on making things happen in the way that you have visualized them. The universe, instead of choosing to argue with you at this time, wants to help meet you halfway, to help be sure that your dreams and goals are accessed, and so that the other conditions in which you have placed that need to come through will come through. The universe is not going to turn you away from the things that you want and need. The universe is going to help you to be able to accommodate all feelings and experiences that you seek and desire at this time. The universe is testing you, however, if you can receive the initiation with elegance, if you can receive the energy, the power with the light of your desires. The universe is helping you to realize that the soul experience that you are calling, the emotions that you are looking to feel, are being presented at this time. You're at this place of tremendous power that has been built in your life, and the universe is continuing to invest in you and restore the strength. Have the patience to realize that the things that are meant to come are coming when they're meant to. And the universe is communicating with you always and delivering to you tremendous insights as you step up to the table and you answer the riddles accordingly. That sometimes doorways open when we truly reveal the gift of perception, that we're able to see tunnels and avenues towards new ways that we have never been able to explore before. Let's see what animal message comes through for you at this time. I'm sensing that there's a strong emphasis on things that are a little bit in the shadows, things not fully explored in the sunlit world that are coming to the surface for you at this time. Let's see what spirit guide the animal kingdom is sending your way. We have the crocodile. The alchemy of energy teaches that death will always yield new life. That there are things in your life that are collapsing. That there are things that I'm sensing you've worked so hard to keep afloat and keep intact. But as they are collapsing and as they are dying, you're finding that that is just the fertile ground for new things to come again. The alchemical process. To know that the power in life comes from release. You're able to build with anything that you are releasing. Whenever things leave your life, tremendous power, new gifts comes. Understand that you are saying your goodbye to certain things. That you're ready to experience a new life that is aligned with the way that you want to feel. The universe has prepared you and guides you. The universe wants you to show your passion. It wants to show you that your ability to communicate your heart and your heart vibration is the only thing that's important. It's going to create this energy, this force field around you that no other dense thought, no other energy, no spite, no malice, no darkness is going to be able to overcome you. It has been an honor to be able to read for you today. My divinity into yours. Personal readings and life coaching services are available at seldomdreams.com. We have an eclectic selection of merchandise, hats, necklaces, scryings. Spirit has prepared this message for you today because it believes you are ready to commit to the great work. The universe is reaching out to you today to remind you of what you actually have control over in this life. Rather than focusing on the things that are beyond your control, which is the uncertainty, focus on mastering the certainty within. That you are here on a journey, ready to commit a path that is going to bring you to a place that is higher than you were before. Trust that this life is a path of transmutation, that this life is a place of soul development, that if it was easy, you would not be learning anything. In fact, often in our lives, when we are not presented with challenge, we grow lethargic. Our reaction times decrease. We lose focus and concentration, and then quickly the world, after some time of saturated luxury, turns on us and swallows us whole. It is important to remember that the universe is trying to show you the abundance of living, breathing motion. That you need to continue to be offering the cup of love. You need to continue to be offering the spade of labor. You need to commit to your journey and your dream and realize that there are many tools, many facets required to completing it. That a lot of people believe that there are preconceived things that make the world happen. Some people are lucky, some people are not. This person worked hard, this person didn't. Where there's actually much more energetic things that underlie the baseline principles of success in all of its natures, both in love, finances, accomplishment, longevity. These things come through when one has mastered the energetic resonance of all things. Energetic resonance of all things may come through the symbol of the sword and the cup and the spade, and also perhaps the wand if one has the ability to conjure. So you have all the abilities, all the powers within. The universe is a reflection of how it is that you truly feel. That your feeling sometimes has cause and effects with the weather. Why? Because the way you feel, believe it or not, is often not too different than the way that your neighbor feels, or the town feels, the city, the county, the territory, the state. The universe feels a certain way today. And that is a resonance that is hidden in all things. Once we realize that there's a ripple and current and effect in all things, and even as much of the stone that you run by on your daily jog is embodied with energy and frequency and bounces off the light that is shared and emitted upon it. Trust in the messages coming through that are reminding you that all of this is how you react. All of this is how you take it in, how you allow yourself to perceive. Do you pick apart all the things that are wrong, or do you focus on the beauty of what is in front of you? Do you focus on curating something that is of perfect success? Or are you easily distracted by nuances, new directions, new opportunities? Your life is an opportunity to create an ultimate offering, and that is your skill set. The universe, the gods, God, whatever you look upon, is trying to tell you that your life is an offering, and what is the pearl you will cultivate, that you shall temper? What is the gold you will melt in your furnace? What are you going to present it as? And your life has to be something unique. If you try to be all things, you'll become no things. The universe wants you to know at this time that there's opportunities to realize where there's just simply not enough chemistry. There's a lack of authenticity. There's a lack of, I'm sensing, spiritual connection. It has become extremely difficult to recognize the advantages in a situation, other than the fact that it's helped you to be able to build up, for I'm sensing some of you, resilience, but you're beginning to realize that you need to take a leap of faith as far as how it is that you feel about perhaps your desires, your dreams, that you realize that the power, the choices are in your hand to kind of steer the directions of your life, that you are the one who is in control. It's all about mastering how you feel. Don't focus on coming up with the words. The words come after. The words come after. A lot of people struggle like, I wish I could grab the words. I wish I could just let the words fly. Well, allow yourself to feel them. And those who actually speak less and let the action speak for them have a way of speaking that is ancient, that is eternal, that is a gift that is felt and mesmerized by many, but is understood by few. Cherish what you do have. Cherish what the universe has provided you with. The universe is providing you with no more, no less than what is required to obtain the next level. Trust the level of excellence that you're being guided to is going to bring you to a pristine mental condition and personal strength. I'm sensing that there's something in your life that is holding you back energetically. You might not be having the healthiest thing that you turn to at this time to alleviate either stress, for personal enjoyment. You have lost interest in sophisticated joy. So what that means, it's just been very easy to turn to the instant gratification that real happiness takes effort and work. It's the satisfaction of somebody who has finished weeding their garden that they love so much. The garden is weeded. They are happy. They are thrilled that the energy is back to where it's supposed to be. That you happily rake the leaves. It is that type of energy that is required for perfected happiness. And I'm sensing that there's something blocking you from perfected happiness. And I'm sensing it's the inability to get into equilibrium with perhaps your environment or even with yourself. That you are not in yourself as self-efficient on happiness as you possibly could be, or personal joy. That you've become perhaps dependent on external forces, circumstances to curate a level of excitement for you. The universe is trying to let you know that blessings can come your way once you find a new way of setting words and energies into motion. It's not the word choice that you preconceive. Some people like to think of speeches in their mind. Remove the speech and just trust that your heart is the typewriter. Just trust that it has the ability to put out and pulse out a beat. If you allow it to speak, it will speak. The universe is telling you to broadcast a new way of how you feel, to let others know that you are not just going to live under that rock anymore. You're going to share that beautiful gem that you've been cultivating for some time. You have tremendous value. You have tremendous talent. You are extremely resourceful, and people feel drawn towards you. I'm sensing you've been struggling to figure out what to do with this energy, this power. You have been feeling like you've been handed a great deal of responsibility. The universe is trying to get you to weigh what is truly important and what is it that is really exciting for you, what's going to keep that spark going. The most important thing is that you do. And when you fall into an environment that just it seduces you to luxury. It brings you to a level of happiness that is inadequate, but however, too difficult to leave. And so I'm sensing the universe is looking to jumpstart you towards a place where you're beginning to really see yourself shine, and the desire to do the work is going to be greater than the desire to, for some of you, I'm sensing some of you who are just not really introverts becoming introverts. I'm sensing some of you who used to be much more of a people person and much more like, I want people around. I want to go hang out with people. What are other people doing? I want to make friends. I'm sensing a lot of you are very much going into hermit mode. There's become a complete disconnect with the need to kind of keep up with keep up with the mail flooding through the doorway. Just like it's piling up in the doorway. All those envelopes. Are not opening one of them. If it's important enough, they'll come knocking, right? And that's kind of the mindset right now. It's that the work is important. The work has become important. I'm sensing that there's been a lot of stress. I'm sensing that certain things in your life have been revealing how fragile they really are. There are some things that are really beginning to show their weak spots, and the universe is trying to help you tame those. The universe is trying to help you get a better understanding of where it is that you have your advantages, but however, where they're just really not being shined upon. Certain circumstances, certain groups of people nitpick certain things, and they hold with pride and prestige certain symbols. Certain tropes. And I'm sensing that your identity does not thrive in your environment. Your identity, your way of life is a better way of putting it. The identity is something they're placing upon you. And it's just, I'm sensing it's just people are treating you like a virus. The subconscious is going off and it's just like, this energy does not belong. How do we push it out? And I'm sensing that you're really feeling that energy coming through, that your environment is rejecting you. The environment that you're in just is not agreeable with your spiritual nature. So the universe is trying to help you realize that the pathway forward is going to be extremely difficult, and following your desires is extremely difficult. I'm sensing right now the level of discipline that is being called upon you is extremely strong. That you need to have a strong commitment, focus. I'm sensing some of you just don't see another way. You've convinced yourself to a place where I need to succeed. I need to get to the other side of this river. I need to get through this conflict. I need to find the resolution. That the strife can hold me back no more. Things that are motivating you at this time are changing, and you're beginning to realize what it is that you need to walk away from. Certain passions, certain joys. The universe wants you to get excited again in a way that you've never been able to feel. Know where you are going. Trust where you're going. Trust where your desires are leading you, and it's going to bring you to a place of newfound happiness. I'm sensing that you are inspired by somebody who is also drawn into you on an instinctual level, that there's something that you and this person, I'm sensing, have a very strong past life connection with. That there's somebody in your life right now who just, they excite you. They build the curiosity. They make you want to do more. They make you want to commit to the work. They make you want to immerse yourself into the path, the way. And the universe is trying to tell you, like, look, there are very clear signs that it's time to make room for new things. The universe is going to show you very quickly just how much value you have, but I'm sensing you're feeling that certain circumstances in your life are extremely fragile. You see the potential, you see the joy. In one way, life is very opportunistic right now. Life has a lot of good things showering down. I'm sensing in terms of resource, but I'm sensing that you feel like you're kind of like in the hidden temple and you're scared of the pressure plates and what they're going to kind of send your way. There's a lot of things in your life that you feel are close shots that you were hoping weren't going to happen. The universe is giving you this opportunity to show a different side of you, put forward a new sense of personal power and personal confidence. That the person you're going to become on the other side of this is going to be extremely strong, tough, durable, unstoppable. But however, there is quite the road in front of you to get to that. That the universe needed to build you up to be as strong and resilient as it could need you to be. That you are adapting, you are working seamlessly with what the universe has provided for you. What you're being asked to do, though it is difficult, is perhaps complain less, worry less. Trust in the impermanence of things. There are a lot of people who like to point at things at face value and claim that they will be fixated. But all things in this life, both valuable and not, are transmuted or demoted in value. They are a byproduct of something